Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bowl with Value. I'm Valerie Bercier, and this week we're going to compare the Brunswick Mesmerize with two other solid asymmetric bowling balls that I've had on the channel, but not compared them with each other yet. So the Hammer Black Widow 3.0 and the Radical Conspiracy. Stick around and see how those two balls compare to the brand new Mesmerize.
Up by 12. Has it. Really good look.
All right, we're back here. Lane 2, Sherman Bowling Center, house pattern. Got warmed up with the Mesmerize and the other two bowling balls. I don't actually really know how they all compare, but I'm going to start with the Mesmerize, get lined up with that, and then see how the Widow 3.0 and the Radical Conspiracy compare. They're all drilled exactly the same. My typical layout. So here we go. I'm going to cross like 15 at the arrows. So smooth, slow. That's what we saw with the vaporized comparison. And the reason I chose these other two bowling balls is because in the comment section, there were a couple people that asked, you know, is this comparable to some of those like big monster balls like the Extreme Envy, the Mindset? And I did have the Mindset at one point. I don't anymore. I don't have any of those big, huge, strong monster balls at this point. So I'm comparing them to some of the other big, strong balls that I do have, and so I think I'm just going to move one right with my feet off that flat 10. Much better. So slow, smooth. The first shot, I got it a little further right. It did not have enough energy to get back. So that was a great shot. I'm lined up. That was 24 with my feet standing there at 24. So here I'm gonna switch to the Widow 3.0, and I did a comparison against the 2.0 with this. I don't think I got any other comparisons. Maybe no, I don't even think I did the 2.0 hybrid. All right, so here's 24 with my feet. Oh. Holy cow. That hooked a lot more than I actually thought it was going to. And it could have been me because I was a little confused. I think I slid on 24. I was like, why does this feel like that's not where I stood? So I slid on 24. That means I need to move a little further right with that, which we'll see what it does. There we go. All right, that looks better. And then I'm going to look at 15 at the arrows. Okay, perfect. At least I was in the exact same spot this time as the shot before that with the Mesmerize. So the Widow 3.0 hooks significantly more, and I have some games on this ball. This is not brand new out of the box. The Mesmerize is. So in terms of overall hook, and I would say the 3.0 is actually pretty quick response, especially even compared to the 2.0. Looking at them right now, they're both swirly. So I'm actually gonna go back to, so that was 21. Why don't I go 24 with my feet now? Now I'm gonna slide further left than that. And then 17, 18. At the arrows, I got that one way further right. Got it further right than I intended. But holy cow, this ball's, so in my opinion, this ball is one of the stronger ones, obviously in my bag, but not slow response. It really does have a quicker response time. So let me throw one more where I can at least attempt to strike for you and see what the difference. I had moved 3 left from where I struck with the Mesmerize. Let me go one more. Let me keep it a little bit more in front of me. That was better. Perfect. Great. Okay, so that was 4 left with my feet. 2, 3 left with my eyes. And the Mesmerize. The Mesmerize is a slower response to, obviously, hook potential is lower than the Widow 3.0. Now I'm going to go to Radical, the Radical Conspiracy. This, I threw it against the old Conspiracy just to see what the new cover stock looked like compared to the old cover stock, and it hooked significantly more. So I'm going to go back to where I just slid the 3.0. I was 25 with my feet looking like 18. Slightly less, actually maybe not even less hook than the Widow 3.0, but slower, just a teeny bit slower response, smoother, more of an arc than like the Widow 3.0. Let me see if that was just a fluke, and then I'll go back to the Mesmerize that far left and see if there's really a difference or if they're all kind of the same. I have a feeling that they're going to be pretty different. So if I don't get that one to friction, it didn't pick up like the Widow 3.0 did as soon as I got it to the friction. Might have to close my angles a little bit with this one, meaning like square up a little bit more. Either get it in or get it out. I think I got it to that spot on the lane where I'm not going to get there if I hit that spot. So we'll try that again. Fascinating. I actually moved one right with my feet and it didn't quite get there. The first one was a fluke. So this one might even be closer or in between. We'll see. Let me move right. You know what? It could be that, look at the lane shine on this thing. Could be that it's like a urethane. It's not a urethane, but I'm gonna wipe off that oil. You know how urethanes, you throw it down once and it like hooks a million and then doesn't hook the next few shots once it has some oil on it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm throwing it bad, but I think it needs a little surface. Out of the box. I've thrown this a few times. The first time I threw it, it hooked a lot, and now it's got some lane shine on it. So I think the cover needs to, unless there's just like a ton of oil on this pattern. Let me go to the Mesmerize. Same spot. I bet it turns the corner. That will be my prediction. Where I just 2-4-10 with the Conspiracy. There you have it. This little guy, I don't know if it's because it's been sitting in my garage for a little while. Need to hit it with some surface. Kind of porous it up a little bit. Feels like it's definitely the new one. It has the HK22 in it. You can see the new label. Well, so anyway, that wraps it up. I just struck with the Mesmerize, same spot as I first struck with it before going to the Widow 3.0, which I had to move 4 left with my feet. And then the radical conspiracy is not as strong. At least it needs a little bit of surface. All right, that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in to see the comparison of the Mesmerize and the Widow 3.0 and the Radical Conspiracy. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Let us know if there is anything within the brands of Brunswick you'd like to see compared or reviewed, because we look at those comments and we do this every week. But with that, we'll see you next week. Don't strike him.